G'day and welcome back to Pillars of Ranternity. Last time round we were in the Temple of Aethys, and I should actually load that save. We cleared out the first level of the part of Caed Nua, but then we went back to do a dungeon we skipped the first time. Well, we skipped while we were obtaining Caed Nua for ourselves.
I'm on it.
And we cleared out the first level, so now we'll sneak down to the second. I'm pretty sure it's only a 2-level dungeon, so it shouldn't take us that long to do. Yeah, okay. So, we descended to the lower level. The priest should be down here somewhere. Okie dokie.
Just say the word.
Damage reduction, right. But we got...
Can do.
It's strange looking back.
All
the time I spent here growing up. Never seeing what was coming.
We're gonna have to rest soon because of Canna. Oh look, what a cheerful fella. Here's the plan. We murder him. I mean, he's immune to being hobbled, sick, and etc. But it's still a nice strong shot. And then you run back here.
Just say the word.
And change. And everyone else murders it. Yeah, see, this thing teleports, which is key distraction, key problem with it. We will use our abilities. Alath.
Just say the word.
Yeah, we can do that again. And there we go. That's what we wanted. No one actually took any real damage there, I think. Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
This is the one I want.
How may
you guys
I
can sneak too.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
How may I help?
Okay.
Just say the word.
Let's just keep going along here for the moment. See if we can spot anything. No. Okay. So, south or west? Do we have a map that we can use to get info? If we want to creep around the edge of the map, then we want to go west.
Aye?
This is following the standard video game logic of I want to
Leave it to me.
see everything beforehand. Excellent. A trap.
As promised.
So one of the things that's worth noting is I am actually picking up gear this way. So I do have traps I can put down. So I kind of need to remember that as well, because one of the things I could potentially do is put down a trap, shoot a guy, and then lead everyone into an ambush. Okay, so there's a ring of deflection and a scroll. Let's give Alath the scroll. And if we go into our inventory, this ring of deflection is kind of useless for us, well, for me, because I already got one. Also, it doesn't stack, so it's not like I could replace this one with it. So what we'll do is we'll check. Alath also already has one. Idir, I think, has a cloak. Yep. Durance, why didn't you have this cloak on? And there we go. Done. Now we've got everything from there. We'll check out this thing.
Let's see what's in
Oh,
here.
sweet. More
As
lockpicking.
promised.
Even gives tiny amounts of XP. Fine greatsword. Kana. I've got you schlubbing that kind of weapon. How does it compare? 19 to 27, and it's more accurate than normal. This thing's more accurate than normal, does more damage, and has DR bypass, so not a good candidate. Arguably this could go with Idir. Why don't I have him using this? I really need to remember to actually give people weapons. This is two-handed though, and he doesn't have a third weapon set. So we'll just leave it for the moment, but that's something that's worth considering.
Just say the word.
I'm wondering how viable the old Baldur's Gate tactic is. So, you back up. Okay, excellent. Let's use one of those traps, shall we? So what we want is we want to grab this and put it in a quick item slot. In fact, why don't we do it with both? And then we put... oh, actually, these are totally the wrong guys to do this with.
Just say the word.
Because these guys teleport. So it's better to just basically form a clump. And then deal with it that way. So now we just blinding strike it. Nice. There we go, 43 damage with that sneak attack. That's why I play a thief. So
nothing will slip past me.
I mean, one of the interesting things, I guess, is what happens... What does happen with a patrolling enemy in traps? If I dump a trap on a, patrolling shadow, I assume that enemies can actually set off traps through movement. But that requires enemies to move, right?
Just say the word.
Okay.
Yes.
So we all go over here. Same kind of deal.
Following your lead.
You have to
Leave it
actually
to
go in. Right, so there's no way I can't be seen by both. So what we're going to do is run. Run, 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 run. Alright, so that thing actually did avoid chasing us. Or rather, didn't teleport. I assume actually because I broke line of sight though. Rather than anything else. Okay, so let's have everyone sneak. The deer didn't actually even leave concealment then.
Yeah.
Okay. Grab ourselves some more traps.
As promised.
I think it's based on the difficulty, so higher difficulty things are harder to get back. So we got something that'll increase our will save. Because it's for an Athosian priest. I kinda want to give it to a deer. Oh, hello. That is not what I expected to have happen. Okay, you give us some radiance. You knock him down. You hit him with some book learning. Right, I think, yep, this is mostly, yep, and you sing. Hey dear, if you would just... Yeah, this is not looking good for
Just
me.
say the word.
Why? Oh, I'm dazed. I see. Yeah, that's why we fell over. Because this thing is actually quite tough. And so, what do I have? I'm frostbitten. -8 damage reduction. I think the bigger concern is this. Do I even have enough health? Nah. Okay, well, I'll be sleeping.
Just say the word.
Seems like a reasonable place to sleep, right?
As promised.
Bit of grave robbing, I guess. That's probably a fair
Just say
reason
the word.
for them to have come in. Alright, now let's just have a bit of a nap. Everyone's taking damage reduction? I don't think anyone gets a choice, actually. Because we're at that low. Well, most of us have that low survival, so we'll take the DR. Alrighty. So we're all recuperated. Everyone joins us in the sneaking times.
Yeah. Just say the word.
So I guess we'll just stick with this for the time being. I really need to remember how to edit the party formation. But on the other hand, I just... F. Obviously. Okay, so in fact right now what we want is something along these lines. Well, that leaves us vulnerable to area attacks. Let's... Right now, actually, given the way I'm behaving, we do this. So that puts me in the center.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, let's observe.
Just say the word.
So you are doing that, are you? let's try and see what happens if we sneak up, pop something here, and now we wait. And we equip the ranged weapon. So this is mostly an experiment.
Aye?
So now we play the waiting game.
Just say the word.
Come on, shadows, come back. Thank you. Oh, you're kidding me. You son of a gun. Let's just put down another trap. What? Wait, what? Can I only have one trap out at a time? Are you telling me some silly thing like that? In which case, surely it would be better for me to have a different trap. Let's just tweak it. I'm assuming that then if we're only allowed one trap out at a time. Why would you do that, really? Traps are so awkward to use. Okay, so it doesn't reveal us. It also did basically no damage, which I have to say is pretty disappointing. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty ridiculous.
Quick and quiet.
How may I help?
Just say the word.
Okay. So we can check up here or we can go down here.
How may I help?
Just say the word.
This is gonna have more stuff. This looks like a big area. Hello. That is not really what I wanted to see, frankly. Let's just back out of there for the moment.
Yes.
3 of them
Just say the word.
is less than ideal.
I'll have this open in no time.
This thing is actually difficulty 6. No, 5, right, which
I'll
means
have
it'll
this
use up a
open in no
lockpick.
time.
And I got 15 of them. Because
As
my mechanic
promised.
skill's pretty good. So I suspect we'd have gotten an actual key somewhere for this. So just the one here. We back up, we wait for the party to rejoin us, and then we pop him in the face. And you know what? We just tell the rest of the party to come up and assist. And we win.
Just say the word. Can do.
Okay, so this is actually a 3-level dungeon. My bad? Well, oh, is it?
Quick and quiet.
I just assumed once I saw those stairs going down that it would be. Certainly there is another area, and it's got slimes. Slimy-wimey. Okay. So the thing about your basic slime, right? Is it actually has to move. It can't just teleport to you. Because, you know, it doesn't have weird magic abilities. So, pop it.
Toss me something else.
Hey, rude. Okay, you guys, hit it. You know what? I reckon you can do that.
I shall.
Really? None of you can pull it.
Hey,
Well, actually you can pull it, but I mean... Oh, right. Now we've actually attacked one of these. Hey! What part of, you know, other people attack this thing did you guys not understand?
Just say the word.
So, it's frustrating that you can't, like, define the trap area better.
Just say the word.
And we'll get the ooze.
Just say the word.
But I mean, that slime just ignored everyone else that was attacking it. And went
Yes.
straight for me. because I was the first thing I saw. Right, so that's a way up and out.
Just say the word.
Dark waters are reflective as glass.
Yes?
Just
oh look,
say the
there's
word.
a switch here. Pull the lever. I don't think this worked out very well for them.
Yes?
So,
Just say the
I
word.
think I know what happened to the people down here. So let's just loot a little
I'm on
bit
it.
before we
Let's
assist.
see what's in here, as promised.
How did we... Okay, let's just ignore that. Okay, convert grace to hit. Nice, nice. If I remembered more about those mechanics, it will probably be more useful. Okay, now. This is 11 to 16, and you convert grace to hit means it's actually more accurate than it otherwise would appear, and it drains, which means it helps heal. Let's do that. Let's give that a go. And you can go to the stash. Okay. Now let's have a terrifying experience. The light rises from the bones as you approach. You have a moment to register the faintest image of a standing figure, features a blur of mist or smoke before the world tilts. It's as if you step sideways and into a new life. You're racing down a flight of stairs, following a weaving circle of torchlight. Your own panting breaths are loud in your ears. Panic in your robes foul your steps, and you nearly stumble before a hand reaches out to grip your arm and steady you. A fellow acolyte who smiles encouragement as you reach the bottom. You run around and past the shallow reflection pool that marks the lowest point of the temple. You follow the dark shapes of the older priests as they lead the way towards the narrow hall that leads to the vault. You pass one of the torchbearers as you go. The harsh illumination of the flames reveals a familiar face. For a moment your awareness spans time and history, and you think Wertan has joined you here at the bottom of the temple. In the memory, he glances at you for a moment, and then looks past at someone else. "I'll come back once they're gone," he's saying. You're being pressed along by the crowd, and his words are growing faint. "Just keep quiet. We can't take any chances." Inside the vault, golden relics gleam like welcoming stars. The memory twists, jarring you loose from one moment and plunging you into another like a flung doll. There's only darkness around you now. You think yourself blinded until the knowledge settles onto you like a cloak. The candles have all burnt away. You know now, too, with a sick certainty, that nobody is coming. There's a cracking noise somewhere to your left, a wet, slurping gurgle and a ragged sob. You cannot see, so you cannot know which brother or sister has fallen, and which digs after what water a body may provide. You hear, in the faint murmuring to your right, the familiar cadence of a prayer, but you no longer recognize the words. You are too tired to do harm. The thirst is like a fire within you. Your tongue is thick in your throat, and every breath is a struggle that leeches strength from you. There is light, they said, at the end of every bout of darkness, but this one does not end. The spirit releases you, and you come back to yourself in pieces. Your vision clears, and the vault around you is revealed once more, cast in muted hues by the sickly illumination of the soul, still drifting like fading fog. Fear wafts off the spirit in waves, fraying at your own emotions. "I'm sorry. I hope you find some peace in the next life." The soul seems to withdraw in itself. You sense less of its fear and confusion as it recedes, but the soul lingers still. "No matter how many times I see you staring off at nothing, it doesn't get less weird." Gather the remains. You spend a few moments gathering up what you can find of the bones of the priest. It proves a heavy and gruesome burden, but you manage to recover them all. Party gain 665 experience. Okay, so we've got the remains. Whoops. I also nearly pulled the microphone off the table. That was helpful. And yeah, that's the actual quest done. So we actually don't have much of the dungeon left to explore. We've got up here and down here. And we've got a shortcut to the exit. So the question is, do we bother with that fight? I think the answer to that is yes. So we'll do that. And we will see what we can get. But I mean, are you saying I shouldn't get loot? Because I don't think that's what you'd be saying.
Fire casts light in dark places.
Besides, we've got about 10 minutes left in the episode. Down into darkness. I like how, like, we're getting a lot more detail about these. It's all, like, still question marks. I guess there's a certain amount of knowledge gathering that you kind of get.
A shot.
Okay. So, you guys attack. And you, blind. Change weapon and blind. Ah, no. I said change weapon. Oh, that's right. That was a weird issue. It could happen. There we go. Okay. So
just say the word.
That was nice.
Can do.
Silver Fenning, crumpled note, healing properties, and key to the sanctum is in there. I mean, this is mostly redundant information since we already broke in. Stuff about a prayer, which could probably be useful. And scripture, sure. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Now we can. What happens if we try? Can we even wander into the water? Nah. Ah well. So let's see what we can get going in here. The shadow knows. Alright, so everyone attack that. But you, like, double attack that. And Irthus, we want fetid. Let's go with fetid on that one. You, do we have a single target spell for you? No, but we do have a pretty awesome looking spell.
Just
actually.
say the word.
Whom. Oh wow, nice. Now everyone smack it. You, Holy Radiance. And everyone else also attack this one. In fact, you can hit it with that. You hit him with some book learning. And you knock it over.
Just say the word.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice quick fight. Yep. Okay. So this will change the water. Yep. Obviously. And then there'll be something cool down there. And since I'm not sneaking, it'll still be a fight. Yes, it will, of course. Come on. Radiance and book learning. That'll be more than enough.
That's not very helpful.
Hey, most of you.
This fight is mine.
There we go. That's probably the last fight down here. Maybe not, we'll see. And there's our key. It's not super useful, but we got one last little area to check. So, we'll do that.
Margaret's fire casts light in dark.
Light in dark places. Oh, there is another room. So, probably not last fight. Betrayed. Ooh, okay. So this was a toughie last time. So what we're going to do is we're going to smack it around as much as possible. You also can use the Divine Mark. Yeah, let's do Divine Mark on her. Aloth has a single target spell, right? So that's... I don't want an area attack because they'll probably move. They can move. They will probably actually move. Durance has got his thing going. Yep. And you can knock her down.
Yeah. Let's try something else.
There we go. That was much more sensibly done. Although, admittedly, I think I need to work out why the deer was basically in the wrong spot. And that
Found it.
There we go. Sweet, precious stuff. Bloodstone, amethyst, and agate. Excellent. Alright, so now we have cleared out this dungeon. Let's actually hand in the quest and we'll finish the episode. It was a quickie. But I mean, this is basically meant to be your first real like non-tutorial dungeon in the game. Because there was the Engwithan ruins. You know, I keep saying things and I keep them being proved wrong, and I can't help but feel maybe it's because I assume I know things that I don't. So we're gonna turn off fast mode, but we're also gonna punch that guy in the face.
Can do.
And then everyone else is gonna punch him in the face. Aleph, book learning, you, Radiance, you are back there, good. Dear, no, Kana. Dear, knock him over.
Yeah. Just say the word.
Knock him over. Oh, or just have
say
him
the
killed.
word.
So I mean, it's possible, maybe, just maybe,
Just say the word.
that it wasn't
Just
the
say the
cleverest thing for me to have got myself trapped that way. Okay. Increased resolve and increased perception. That sounds like something I want. Let's now go in, and we need to dump some stuff in here. Unfortunately, it's very easy to accidentally start picking up a lot of stuff you don't want or need, so we'll just do this. I really like the totally contrived and never explained stash, because it saves unnecessary trips to camp. And yeah, that worked out well. Got ourselves a sweet hat. Increased resolve and perception. Perception's what we care about more. Let's see. The end of the Saints' War and the detonation of the Godhammer bomb is still mourned by the followers of Aethys around the world. While the conflict diminished Aethys' following in the Deerwood, many remain faithful to the God of Dawn and Redemption, confident he will one day rise again. Many followers make annual pilgrimages to the shrines and temples of Aethys or what remains of them on the anniversary of Saint Waden's death. The particulars of these vigils vary. In Redkeris, they are often marked by songs and the recitation of Saint Waden's sermons. In the Deerwood, where worshippers of Aethys are often persecuted, such ceremonies may involve standing in respectful silence until sunrise. It's customary for worshippers to wear armor or other articles that commemorate Aethys and his leadership through Waden. This helmet bears the sunburst emblem of the Redkeran army. It was likely worn by a soldier serving in the Saints' War. So
Just
that
say the word.
tells you a bunch about the world. And yeah, they blew up what was at least arguably a god. It's kind of an epic undertaking. So here we go. It's in a little antechamber. As you step over the circle of candles, you hear a rattling clunk from the wall nearby. A door slides open with a rasp of stone. I'm just gonna go over here. The candles flicker gently as you approach. There's a gap above the altar lined with broken glass where a mirror may have once been set into the wall.
The candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god.
What's all this for?
Redemption. They got this whole right for when you come of age. They take you by the hand and you descend through the temple with your eyes covered, and that's supposed to be like a wicked life. They don't tell you where you're going. I was sweating like crazy when I did mine. They take you to that reflecting pool back there, and you're allowed to look at it so you can face your sins. Then, you come out into this room and you uncover your eyes again and everyone's there to greet you, all your friends and family. And it's like you've been redeemed. You light your candle, and it burns with the others. Never had a feeling better than that my whole life.
Idyr's eyes linger on the candles, and he seems for a moment to be a younger man.
The candles are still burning.
And I think we'll leave it at that. I'm not going to snuff a candle, that seems
Nice
rude.
to see those candles still
But
burning.
you can't write one.
I figured they'd have gone out by now.
Yeah, I suspect there's a reason for that. I think they may have been lit by the guy that was meant to come back and rescue the priests and didn't make it back in. Little orc.
Greetings.
Wotton smiles nervously as you approach. Think I've sorted out the worst of it. Arm's hurting a little less. He hesitates. You were down there a while. Did you find anything? Hand over the bundle of remains. The colour drains from Wotton's face. He takes the bundle with you with trembling hands. You found them then? He stares down at the bones. Lost an dead priest's bones. I found more than bones. Or no, isn't this what you wanted? Wotton nods quickly. Of course, it's just a bit of a shock seeing them. I knew them once. I found more than bones. Something valuable, you mean? You can keep whatever you found. I don't want any of it. Nobody's been down below since... Radric's people have no interest in the Earthian goods, is my point. They won't miss whatever you take. You're very nervous for an honest man. Something weighing on your conscience, perhaps? Wotton opens his mouth to protest, but something in your expression stops him. He swallows nervously and looks away. His voice, when he speaks, is small. How did you... That place is full of shadows. Now let's go with how could you betray them? They trusted you. Wotton makes a strange wooded noise. Betrayed? I was never one of them. Mad followers who shouted God. If I gotta chase them all out of town, You don't understand. I tried to help them. I did. Every day, every single day, I went to that temple and I warned them. I told them they were playing with fire and Radric wouldn't be patient forever. And every time they'd shrug it off, like I didn't know what I was talking about, like it wasn't costing me coming in to try and help them. I could have been arrested right alongside them. You worked for Radric. Wotton gives a bleak laugh. Yes, but not anymore. It's been a long time since I held a blade. He hesitates. I knew it was coming. It was their own damn stupidity that kept them in here. I couldn't understand. Every warning I gave, they ignored. The Rectrix, he said they'd be reborn somehow. And so it didn't matter. He grimaces. So she got what she wanted. Her martyrdom. Radric ordered us to round them up, lock them in the cells. I convinced them to hide at least. They'd have that vault full of old relics, gold and such. I thought they could hide in there, and once the guards left, they had something to sell for passage out of Deerwood, back to Adir. But when I told the men that priest was already gone, they ordered the temple sealed. I couldn't get in again. There was nothing I could do. It is wise. Eyes are wide, disbelief. Nothing you could do but tell someone, get the town together, organize a rescue. I'd have dug him out with my own hands if I'd known. Or at least there were some of the last decent folk left in this hole. Now all we've got left is people like you. Why did you send me down there? Because if Lord Radric means to have the temple cleared, they'd have found the bones eventually. They'd have known I lied to them when I said the priest left, and they'd hang. I don't know if Radric would have killed them. Maybe they'd be languishing in cells now. Maybe they'd be somewhere off in the Empire, and I'd have a night's peace. I told you the way of it. I told you what happened. I guess it's your turn now to make a decision. It's not too late to make amends. Wotton lets out the breath whistle. Not sure if that's true. It's been years now. What am I supposed to do? Bury their bones. Try to lead a better life than you have so far. Wotton looks at the remains. He runs a hand through his hair, letting out another ragged breath. I can do that. I can. I'll lay him to rest. Try and do the right thing by them, somehow. Thank you, truly, for what you've done. Giving me a second chance. I'll put it to good use. I'm not going to just murder someone for that. I mean, he made a tragic, tragic mistake and did not have a good way. Oh, what? What? Damn bandits. So that restoration will finish soon. So we got money. Well, we would have gotten money if it weren't for the fact that our security meant that the bandits then just took all the money that we gathered. So, bit of a wash. But that's pity. I mean, that's all RNG anyway, so whatever. And that was the first dungeon. So next time, we'll go do something else. I'm not entirely clear what. We can either head down to Anslug's Compass, or head up to Estonwood and do the Radric quest. I kind of want to get these quests done before I head to Defiance Bay, which would be via the Wooded Plains, but, you know, we'll see what we decide when we come to it. Until next time, have a great day. Bye.